Good afternoon. Actually, I don't know. So we are here in Harrison Bay State Park, and we are hiking a 4.5 mile loop trail. Ooh, which way we're gonna go? We're at the loop.
We're going this way.
So we are going counterclockwise around this loop. I don't think the trail has a name other than the 4.5 mile loop trail.
It is a beautiful day because the sun shines out, but it is 34 degrees. So
I say, yeah.
It's a little chilly.
A little chilly, but not like ridiculous cold, and there's no wind right now.
Which is really nice. Yeah.
So we do not have our packs, we do not have our hiking poles.
We have no cell service.
An easy little 4 mile hike. So
we are not examples of how you should behave when you go out on a trail, but there's a lot of people out here today, so.
Yeah, the parking area was pretty full.
Yeah.
So we've been walking here on the trail. Most of it has been pretty dry. We've had a few icy and or swampy sections to be concerned about. And this section right here, we're about 2 miles or so from the trailhead. So about 2.5 miles from our start since the direction we were going. And we're real close to the lake here, which is low right now. But I could see that in high water times, this area could get very flooded. But for the most part, this trail has been pretty dry. The other nice thing is that it's almost entirely been wide enough for us to walk side by side. So that's nice. And we've also seen some evidence of bikes on the trail, just some ruts and things like that. So I think this is, mountain biking, I believe, is okay on this trail. I think it's a shared trail. There have been some randomly placed trail markers along the side of the trail that just kind of give you mileage estimates. Again, it's a 4.5 mile trail. So we're not totally sure how the numbers have come out. We think they might be corresponding to kilometers, but they do give you a nice indication of how far you've gone.
Well, it's super easy to navigate.
Yeah, this is really no chance of getting lost on this trail. There have been a couple of little spurs that we've discovered are shortcuts that would cut across. So if you wanted to make it a shorter hike, you could. And this is absolutely 100% an easy trail. I would definitely classify this as easy. Could definitely do it with kids, as long as they could handle the distance.
And there's a couple of park benches overlooking the water.
Yeah, there have been some little rest area stops. And like I said, we've seen at least 2 different places where you could have cut across a shortcut to make the 4.5 mile loop less. Harrison Bay State Park is located 20 minutes northeast of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and only 15 minutes from I-75. The park has a ton of activities, including boating, hiking, and mountain biking, a swimming pool, and a bear trace golf course designed by Jack Nicklaus. The campground is situated along Chickamauga Lake with 4 loops, including 128 RV sites and 27 tent-only sites. Sites include water and 30 and 50 amp service. All right, so we are in the A loop right now. And the only way to get down to our water access sites is by coming around the loop to this road. So as you can see here, coming down to these water sites where we are, which are the 40s, you have to go down this relatively steep hill and then make the decision of making a right-hand turn where there's a little turnaround that is very narrow, or making a left-hand turn and then backing to your site. I would just suggest, if you're coming in, to stop right here at this intersection and get out and look at what you got to do before you try to do it, because it's a little dicey. But
Depending on your length.
This is site 40 right in front of us. You can see beautiful sunset views, nice pad. And then here's our site, which is 41. Again, beautiful view, nice pad. And there are, I think, 4 or 5 more sites on down the road, all of which have similar setups. And again, through this area, everything is electric and water with no sewer.
The view.
If you're into kayaking, definitely would be able to just put in right from these sites, because they are very well set up for that. And we're assuming that there must be a dam attached to this lake that's been opened for the winter, because I would guess that this water comes up much closer during most of the year. All right, now we are in the B loop area. This area was definitely designed for RVers. As you can see up here, a whole lot of pull-through sites. The only problem with these is that they are incredibly tightly packed together. Also, you want to notice most of the pull-throughs have one of 2 issues. Either they have a big curve on them, like this one right here, and some of them are actually tighter than this, with trees close by, and they are not level at all. Most of them are on a pretty big slant, both laterally and front to back. And you can see down this stretch, there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, from where I am to those 2 big RVs down there, about 10 sites down the middle lane. And then there's some little pull-through sites on the sides that are like little C-shaped sites. They all have water and electric, and it appears that none of them have sewer hookups of any kind. We do have this bathhouse up here, which looks pretty nice. Is it open? You couldn't hear, she said a nice, warm, toasty shower house. Men's side and a women's side. So here are some of these pull-through sites that we were just talking about. You can see here the hill and the curve and the close trees. I would say from where I am at the center of the site down to the driveway is probably about a 5-foot drop. So it's quite a little hill. I don't know. This campground is definitely, because of the water access, very centered around the people who are here boating. But open year round, so, or at least parts of it are. And have a decent number of guests. We are in section D, which is closed right now. And that is site 13, and this is site 14. These appear to be maybe primitive sites, because there's no water or electricity at any of those. This whole section right now is closed for the winter. All right, we're still here on the D loop. We're in the teens section, and we're pretty certain, based on the road and the drop-offs and everything else, that this is absolutely only tent camping. But however, look at these beautiful water views.
And you can see our RV.
Yeah.
Right over there.
Right down here across the water, you can see Cece all decked out in her Christmas skirt with silver reflectix. So there we go.
So right down here is a swimming pool that, if it weren't 34 degrees out, would be great.
It's gonna make a big U-turn so you can see.
Okay. Diving boards, nice. And there's a ball field here, and there's in the A loop, and there's playground here. That's right here in the A loop. And definitely some picnic areas.
It's like some shuffleboard courts,
Yeah.
basketball court.
Lots of stuff for kids to do for sure.
Oh, yeah, there's a nice little park bench swing
Yeah.
for the parents at the playground.
In summary, we really liked Harrison Bay State Park. Nightly rates range from $22 to $35 per night for RV sites.
Access to the park is an easy 20-minute drive from I-75, and the park is located relatively close to lots of services in the city of Chattanooga.
The park bathrooms and shower houses were very clean during our visit.
The sites are a little too close together, especially for a state park. Some were tight and or unlevel, and we had a very bright street light right over our bedroom window.
Noise was pretty low during our visit, but I think it would be much louder during the full summer weekend since the sites are so close together. Our AT&T cell service was at 3 bars, and the campground Wi-Fi was good, but not great. It'd probably be terrible if the campground had been more full.
We gave this park an overall rating of 4 stars.
And we can't wait to go back again.